Cam, do you like playing in New Orleans?
I like playing football. Um, New Orleans is an opponent that we see twice a year, so we're very familiar with each other. Um, really don't have any picks on where I like playing, but a game of this magnitude, you know, uh, you know what they say about them. So everybody's all geared up. Everybody's, knowing what this game means and what's at stake, and you know, we're going about it as professionals that we've already have.
Do you look at that last tape to get, some help, or do you want to discard that because y'all didn't play well in that game? Or how do you look at that?
Well, it's all right. You always look at as much film as possible just to, give assurance to the things that the game plan or the plays that you have in. So, there's some things that we can learn from. We've learned from them, and going forward into this game, that can help us.
What's the biggest difference to you in their defense this year as opposed to the last few years?
AJ Klein. To be honest, he's a good football player. But they have a very young core defensive team, and those guys are very energetic, opportunistic, and those guys are flying around. So, they make the plays that we allow them to make, or the opposing teams allow them to make, and with the pass rush is as effective as it has been for them. It kind of lessens the load for certain other groups. But that's a good football team. We understand that, and we're getting prepared for it.
You think of big game atmosphere. I know Ron always talks one game at a time. You do too. But Ron even said he was going to tell you guys this is a big game. How does this one stack up as for what you guys have to say?
It's the most important game I've ever played because it's the next game. Nothing different. Just like last week was the most important game. That's been my mentality. That's been everybody's mentality. And that's how we're going about it.
You also said game of this magnitude. It sounds like you think
it's a division opponent. We're playing for first place, so we're not gonna make the most of it just because the game was flexed to 425. So this is the next game that we play. Obviously, there's a lot at stake, so I'm not downplaying the fact that this is an important game, but yet I can't rank the games that I've already played in, being that I just my approach to every game is the same. No matter if we're playing the Saints, the Rams, the Falcons, the Buccaneers, whichever team. I have no picks. We have no picks, and knowing that we're going to do our job with preparing as best as we can to go on Sunday.
You weren't allowed to run really much the first time you played them. You kind of turned loose after that. How could that make a difference in the game plan this time?
I won't say I wasn't allowed to run. But who knows? I mean, that just let the game come to me, and try to dictate to the defense. Take everything that the defense gives me, whether a 2-yard rush or a 20-yard pass. It doesn't matter. I think the team who controls the ball the most, protects the ball the best, is usually the team that has the most success.
Cam, after the game in this building in September, Cam Jordan said he wanted you to become more of a pocket passer. He liked that. And he also had some derogatory things to say about your clothing choices.
Derogatory? What's derogatory?
He said you wore grandma hats and onesies.
I didn't know he was a fan of my dress code. So obviously he's been paying attention. So I mean, nevertheless, that's flattering to me. But I mean, if he sends me his address, I can pretty send him some sauce. I've seen the way he dressed too. So I mean, not that this is a fashion show or anything, but we'll be ready to go on Sunday, and he's a great player. I understand that and I know that. And, knowing that he's having a great year for those guys. And we just have to monitor him and be alert for where he is at all times.
When they came in there, they were 0-2, and they won 8 in a row. Did you think that game sort of springboarded them, or how did you?
No, I really didn't. Just 2 games into the NFL season, the way that they've propelled themselves is rather unique. But I wasn't surprised. Anytime you have a quarterback like that, anytime you have an offense, that's you got 2 running backs that's playing out of their minds right now, and the defense that's playing as good as they are. Anything can happen. But needless to say, we'll be ready to go. I mean, I don't even know what more to say about it. I'm excited about this opportunity. I know they may be feeling the same, but I know guys in that locker room right now are chomping at the bit, just ready to prove, to ourselves as a team, like this is a defining moment for us as a team that we need, and it works wonders for us.
What does it mean if you can get Greg back, full game, and Ryan back in there as well?
I mean, it's good. It's great. Just having them out there practicing for us is always great. And, obviously I'm no doctor, but, with them looking as good as they are, who knows? And, they're doing all the steps that I see.
Kim, you see the celebrations going on around the league. Any that stand out in your mind that you particularly like?
Sunday giveaway is about as best as it gets, in my opinion. That's the only thing that I care about. I don't, you see him on, social media when you're watching the games, but getting into the end zone is the most important part rather than the celebrations in the end zone, if you know what I mean. But it's been a lot of amusement this year with the NFL and the fact that, referees and the rules have been somewhat lenient to, some of the fun that's been going on. And it's just good to see. It's healthy for the sport. I think it's appeasing for the fans to see. It just gives an added dimension to it. If my mom is paying attention to those things, as well as my little brother, as well as him being in college and trying to emulate some of the things that he's seeing, obviously it's making a big impact.
It's interesting that you guys haven't really done all that much. And a few years ago, you guys were kind of the model for teams that did a lot.
I didn't hear that last part.
It's interesting you guys don't do a lot, and a few years ago, you kind of were the model for the team that liked to.
A few years ago,
dance.
what now?
You guys like to celebrate a lot as far as dancing and all the kind of stuff y'all did.
A few years ago, did what? So, okay, cool. Yeah, so it's funny that a few years ago when we were doing it, it was a lot said, you know what I'm saying? But, we're still having fun, and it's no need to do anything. I mean, we've been kind of, stumbling up with certain things, but every time we come up with something, we feel like somebody else is taking it. But, like I said, the most important part is getting into the end zone and then, going from there. I don't think we have adequate time on the field to, be working on, end zone dance, because I think our hands are full with trying to get everybody back as healthy as possible. And then having the coaching staff that we do have, we got a bunch of Debbie Downers. Coach Shula, he's the ringleader of it. So, it's never enough time for us to work on our dance moves or whatnot.
When you got in the end zone, Jamal Adams, he kind of was shoving you. You got to embrace the celebration. What was that interaction like?
It was interesting. I don't know what that was. I thought he was trying to get a front row seat at first, which he got. Yeah.
You mentioned the reaction in 15 to some of the things you guys are doing. And does it irk you at all now that you guys are catching flack for that, and now guys are taking pictures on the sidelines?
No. I don't feel a certain type of way about it. It's just funny that just then, they're too loose, or they're it's that's them, or just all the negative connotations that came with just having fun, bringing the joy to the game. And now that a lot of people are catching up to that, it's not a problem. But I'm not going to sit up here and say we started it, because we didn't. I'm not going to sit up here and take that credit, because there was so many other people before me who played with that type of, persona. Had a lot of teams that, kind of gathered around and, did their own thing. But for us, it's just all about having that contagious attitude that, win, lose, winning attitudes as well as losing attitudes, they're both contagious, and we make a decision each and every day.
Cam, you've got a chance of getting Demir back this week. What have you seen from him, and what does he bring?
And Bud's hungry, man. He's just been getting as healthy as possible for a while now, and the fact that he's been practicing long enough to not have lost his the understanding of the evolving of the offense. So it's going to be good for him to get an opportunity to go out there. He brings an asset to this team that we need, and with him and the other receiving core, to be interesting how coach plays it out.
How's your
You're
thumb
referring
feeling?
to speed. You're referring to speed with Bird and the asset. You said he brings an asset that you need right now. You talked about stretching the field, that sort of thing.
No, whatever. It's depth. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to be peaking during this time of the season, on all fronts, rather than, just skill set wise. Fun. It's playing, great football now, but we need somebody to step up and try to take the responsibility of the number 2 as well as the number 3, and being consistent with it. And if not, having the mentality to be the number 1 guy. So I think with the addition to Bud, he allows us to have another option.
Cam, how's your thumb feeling this week?
It's good. It's a little tender, but good treatment. It'll get me through Sunday.
All right.